Hello and welcome back to the Golf News Now channel, as we explore the most hated golfers of all time. Most definitely not a list you want to be part of, that's for sure. The public can be harsh when it comes to celebrities and their behaviors, so let's break this down and get to the bottom of the controversy surrounding each player on the list. Where there is smoke, there usually is fire, but let's explore and see if their placement on this top 10 list is fair or not. Gary Player is a retired South African-born professional golfer with a Hall of Fame career. His illustrious career has not been free of controversy though. Whether it's his support of apartheid in the 1960s and 70s, treatment and subjugation of women, or this current outspoken support of the Super Golf League backed by the Saudi government, he has a clear conflict of interest, because he is the exclusive spokesperson for Travel Saudi Arabia, but that's nothing new for the rich and famous. I guess it's the indiscriminate killing of journalists and other critics around the world by the Saudi government that has people up in arms. Whatever you gotta do for that almighty dollar. We get it, Gary. Bryson DeChambeau has gone under quite the transformation the last couple seasons. One thing that has not changed since the start of his career is his reliance on his scientific approach to the game of golf. If you have watched Bryson play on TV, you will notice him and his caddy uttering gibberish to one another for minutes leading up to the shot. It's quite detailed and every variable is accounted for, and how it may affect the flight of the golf ball and shot in general. As you could imagine, this is not a quick process, and takes several minutes of deliberation to finally select a club and shot shape. It has the tendency to rub his playing partners and fans bananas, and you can see why. Golf is a game of tempo, which can be easily lost with long waits between shots. This affects groups in front and behind, which makes him fans all over the course. Not to mention his bulk up and steroid doping allegations, paired with his Brooks Koepka beef, haven't done Bryson any favors. David Duval is definitely a victim of his own success. David never fared well in the media spotlight, and is an extremely introverted person. Contrast that to his main opponent of the day, Tiger Woods, and he came off cold and condescending. Not to mention his candid nature in interviews seemed to rub people the wrong way. When in reality that was David being genuinely himself, and not sugarcoating anything, including his answers to a nationally publicized interview. I truly believe David isn't a bad guy, and this is a case of being misunderstood. Sergio Garcia is a very talented golfer hailing from Spain, and certainly has a chance of making it in the Golfing Hall of Fame one day. That being said, Sergio has had a history of petulant, racist, and destructive behavior on and off the course. In 2013, Sergio commented about serving fried chicken to Tiger Woods at the US Open Champions Dinner, which caused a huge uproar, and with him being accused of being a jealous racist. In 2019, he was dismissed from a tournament for damaging 5 greens and destroying a bunker rake. That's behavior of a petulant child if you ask me, just saying. Ian Poulter is a British golfer with a huge personality, which some love and some love to hate. He has been a huge part of Team Europe's Ryder Cup efforts for 2 decades, and has garnered a ton of hate from American fans due to this. His early career was littered with events of him trashing unfavorable decisions from marshals with harsh words and condemnation not suited for a professional on the course. He wasn't any better with hecklers, often stopping to engage with his critics, and on several occasions having to be ushered away by his own caddy and rules officials. To his credit, he has improved his on-course behavior, but has continued his passive-aggressive treatment of fans and critics on social media. Seems to be in a lot of online feuds with fans, which seems to be a bit of a waste. Patrick Reed is another successful golfer with several wins and a major championship to his name. He is also a player with a few skeletons in his closet tucked in behind his green jacket. Reed is the American version of Ian Poulter. Outspoken with the spectators, marshals, rules officials, and playing competitors, really anybody willing to listen to him complain. Sometimes even his own teammates aren't off limits. Patrick seems to add fuel to the fire with his antics on the course, including his cheating scandals. These include moving sand from around his golf ball in a bunker, which resulted in a much improved lie and odds of a better shot at the 2019 Hero Challenge, and moving his ball to a more favorable position, before a rules official could make a ruling at the 2021 Farmers Insurance Open, which led to more cheating allegations. Very few tour pros are accused of cheating each year, but these allegations seem to follow Patrick around. I will let you be the judge. Fuzzy Zoeller is a major championship-winning golfer, with a very nice career that continues to this day on the Champions Tour. His inclusion on this list stems almost exclusively from his interactions with Tiger Woods in the early 2000s. Zoeller made a comment to a reporter in a post-round interview about Woods probably going to serve fried chicken and collard greens at the Champions dinner or whatever those people eat. For the record, he did say these comments in a joking tone like he was known to do every day with almost every situation. That being said, they are racially insensitive comments that shouldn't have been uttered, and are regrettable. The media latched onto his comments, and before long half of Fuzzy Zoeller's sponsors were gone. This is an example, one of the earliest instances of being cancelled for public comments regarding race. Tiger fanatics came for Fuzzy, and harassed him in and out of the tee box for the next couple of years, which really bothered Fuzzy. Rory Sabbatini is a talented golfer with a solid career both in the USA and abroad, with a history of giving back to veterans. He also has a short fuse and is known for his ill temper and pompous attitude. He once verbally assaulted a 16-year-old tournament volunteer for providing incorrect information to the golfer, leaving them in tears. His wife recently filed for divorce due to his many and recurring infidelities. Rory once challenged Tiger Woods to an on-course fight, and got into such a heated argument with Sean O'Hare, the two had to be separated by their respected caddies. Being voted least favorite playing partner among all PGA pros has to hurt, but it does speak volumes about the type of individual you're working with here. Rory sounds like a real gentleman. Tiger Woods is arguably the greatest golfer ever to play the game, but that doesn't mean he comes without a huge amount of controversy as well. From his recent DUI and near-death accident that almost cost him his leg, Tiger never seems to suffer the consequences us normal folk would surely be in store for. This isn't unique to Tiger. People with money and influence rarely see the inside of a courtroom for their mistakes. That being said, Tiger had one of, if not the most prolific and elaborate sex scandals in human history. It appears if Tiger Woods does something, he really puts in all his efforts. As many as 120 women may have been involved. I mean, that's freaking insane and completely out of control. As you can see, if you want to hate on Tiger, you can find plenty of ammo to do so. This list wasn't to be headlined by Phil Mickelson, a super popular player, and probably the best left-handed player ever, with almost no controversy surrounding him. Oh boy, did that go south quick. Due to recent events and blackballing by the PGA Tour, Phil Mickelson's reputation has taken a catastrophic hit that if the PGA Tour has their way, he will never truly recover from. This stems from the release of his alleged off-the-record comments that he gave to a reporter detailing his involvement in a scheme to manipulate the PGA Tour into better media contracts amongst other monetary considerations for himself and other PGA pros. With the release of these comments, the PGA Tour considered them a declaration of war, and took actions against Phil as such. It's going to be interesting going forward to see how the tour handles Phil, and how long they intend to shadow ban him. Yes, it definitely appears Phil overplayed his hand here, and with no more leverage, he really is at the mercy of the PGA Tour, which seems to be taking a scorched earth or no prisoners approach, so I assume he is going to be waiting a while. Lot of negativity in this video, but all we can hope for is that you enjoyed it, and maybe even learned something. Did we cover your most hated golfer? Comment and let us know how we did, and if we missed anybody you think was worthy of making the list. As always, we couldn't do it without all the love and support. On behalf of our creator Chowda Williams and the entire research team, we want to thank you, and ask you to share us with all your golfing friends and family. Until next time.